Good evening. Welcome, everybody, to the March 20th, 2025 Harahan Council meeting. Madam Clerk, pledge, please.
Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Councilman Asbill is absent. Councilman Buddy?
Present.
Councilman Chatelain?
Present.
Councilman Johnston?
Present.
Councilman Ricks?
Present.
Mayor Bodier?
Present.
Police Chief LaPree is absent. Fire Chief St. Cyr is absent. Finance Director Todd Turnion.
Present.
City Attorney Scott Stansberry is absent. Municipal Clerk Kerry Hughes is present. Mayor's announcements.
Real quick, Senator Talbot will be stepping in a second to talk about the amendments that are on the agenda. So when they are, I'll make a motion to amend the agenda to, I'll have y'all make a motion to amend the agenda to bring him up so we can talk about the 4 amendments because it's all state level amendments. But I just have 2 announcements. An increase in cost for the city garbage or trash collection and disposal has been authorized and billed to the residents as a year service fee based on 2.9% CPIU increase imposed by city's current garbage contractor. The city also will be making a request for proposals on debris monitoring and debris collection for the 2025 hurricane season. This will be advertised on April 9th. The deadline to submit RFPs will be on May 2nd. Madam Clerk?
Mayor, if I could,
Go ahead.
I'd like to add to that, while it's a relatively small increase by contract on garbage collection, remarkably, we still have the lowest price garbage collection in the area, and for a relatively small public entity, that's constantly surprised me, because we're not getting, quote, a volume price like you would expect Jefferson Parish does, but we pay less for our garbage pickup in Harahan and Jefferson Parish residents do. So
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I'd also like to amend the agenda to bring up ordinance from the floor, ordinance 2025-2. We could add that to the agenda. And then new business, we have new business number 3 would be on behalf of St. Rita for the May crowning. And then new business number 4 would be okay in the Crazy Johnny's ABO license.
Second.
One ordinance for introduction.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to amend the agenda in globo, as Councilman Chatelain stated. We have a second by Councilman Johnson. We'll open for public hearing. Anyone want to speak for or against? No one coming forth. We'll close public hearing. All in favor to amend the agenda in globo on Councilman Chatelain's recommendations?
yay.
Yay.
4 yeas, 1 absent. Madam Clerk?
Okay, special presentations. Special presentation 1, Hurricane Ida FEMA update.
The FEMA update we have at the moment, we met with FEMA today. We have now passed the second hurdle for the fire station, which is incredible because it took us some years to get there, but things are looking really good. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Finance Director, but that's where we are with FEMA right now.
Second real hurdle.
What's the second hurdle?
Yeah. Well, Kerry was in.
So like it went to the CRC and they have these things called peer reviews. And so we've made it through the first one. I don't know how many we have to get through, but we did make it through the first one.
And a second, we made it through plan
percentages
review.
Well, the
Already-
second one was like them sending it to CRC to begin with. So we made it through like the FEMA review and then they send it to CRC.
And we made it through
And then,
CLC's
so we
plan
made it through
review.
the first CRC review.
Plan review.
And we're working now on agreeing on the value of the...
We are, and we are actually above the 50%
Well,
mark.
yes.
So this is a
So it would
complete
be a
replacement, not a
replacement.
remodel, but it's a replacement. So that's an awesome.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We got a new a gentleman working with us. I think it's our 3rd or 4th team now, and the new guy, I guess, really wants to get the ball moving, and he has done it in quick fashion. So we're pretty excited about that.
Excellent. Wonderful news. Thank you.
All right, Madam Clerk.
I just want to go on record and say Mr. Police Chief LaPree is here.
Chief LaPree is here.
Okay, approval of minutes, reading of the minutes of the council meeting on February 20th, 2025.
Okay, yeah, we have a motion by Councilman Chatelain to dispense with the reading of the minutes on February 20th, 2025. We'll open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll close public hearing. We have a second by Councilman Ricks to dispense with the reading of the minutes. All in favor?
Yay.
Madam Clerk, 4 yeas, 1 absent.
Approval of the minutes of the council meeting on February 20th, 2025.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Johnston to approve those minutes. We'll now open for public hearing. No one coming forth. We'll now close public hearing. We have a second by Councilman Buddy to approve those minutes. All in favor?
Yay.
4 yeas, 1 absent. Madam Clerk?
Okay, we have no communications, we have no resolutions, no new ordinances for approval, ordinances for introduction. The following ordinance was proposed by Councilman Chatelain, proposed ordinance number 2025-2, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2018, the annual budget of revenues and expenditures for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025, for the capital project funds of the City of Harahan, Louisiana, for a sound system for press boxes. Old business, Planning and Zoning Board appointment, Krista Exterstein.
I'd like to make a motion to remove her name from this. I don't think she's interested. She hadn't put any application in. She hadn't brought any information. We've asked her more than one time. And this is
second
about
that.
the fourth month in a row we've asked. And
We have been a motion by Councilman Johnson to remove Krista Exerstein from consideration of the Planning and Zoning Board. We're now open for public hearing. We'll now close public hearing. We have a second by Councilman Chatelain. All in favor?
Yay. 4
yeas, 1 absence. Madam Clerk?
Okay, new business 1, Todd Turnion, Finance Director with monthly financials.
Brief update from the finance team. We are continuing to make progress on closing out the books and records at year-end in preparation for the annual audit. They're scheduled to be on site mid-April. It's the 12th or the 14th, whatever week that is. So we're working to prepare. We've already done a good bit of work for them. They've done some of the planning and testing. We've mailed out all the confirmation letters that are part of the audit. We are working on a few schedules for 2025. The sales tax receipts continue to come in right on budget and consistent with what they've been in the past. They have not increased. For years, we've seen an increase every year to kind of help with the budget process. They've been still at a good level, but fairly consistent recently. So we have a schedule on sales tax that we'll send out to you, as well as a schedule on the franchise fees. So I know some questions have come up on the franchise fees. We've updated those amounts through December 31st and what we've collected subsequently, and we'll send those out next week for the council's review. So that's the update from the finance team. Happy to answer any other questions that the council members may have.
Nope. Thank you, Todd.
Okay, Councilman Chatelain would like to amend the agenda to bring back up special presentations. Senator Kirk Talbot, the discussion of the amendments that are coming up for vote. Anyone for or against? No one coming for or against. We'll now close public hearing. We have a second by Councilman Ricks. All in favor?
Yay.
4 yeas, 1 absence. Senator Talbot, the mic is yours.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Thanks for having me. So I just wanted to, we have the election coming up on March 29th, and, there's 4 constitutional amendments that are on the ballot, and they're all important. So if you're okay with that, I'll just read a brief description on
Please.
what voting for the amendment would do and what voting for against it would do. So amendment number 1 is deals with out-of-state lawyer discipline in specialty courts. A vote for would allow the Supreme Court to discipline out-of-state lawyers for unethical legal practices committed in this state, and additionally allows the legislature to establish trial courts with limited or specialized jurisdiction with a 2/3 vote. A vote against would retain the Supreme Court's jurisdiction over disciplinary proceedings for lawyers licensed in Louisiana only, and maintains the legislature's existing ability to establish trial courts or limited jurisdiction with parish-wide territorial jurisdiction and courts of subject matter jurisdictions which are uniform throughout the state. Sounds like a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo. It's something that got a lot of support. I mean, all of these had to have gotten a 2/3 vote in both houses to get on the ballot.
Senator, if you don't mind, as you go through them, could you comment if you recommend, as our senator, for or against?
Yeah, I will. I mean,
Thank you.
I don't mind saying I'm going to vote for all of them.
Thank you. That's important.
They've
Thank you.
gotten a lot of study, and this isn't, anytime we amend the Constitution, it's not something we take lightly, but it's something that, that person. Amendment number 2, that's the big one. That's tax and reform. We had a big special session on taxes in November, moved a lot of things around. We collapsed the income tax brackets to one bracket at 3%. We cut the corporate income tax rate to be more competitive with other states, and this is kind of a piece of that that's on the ballot, so I'll just read real quick. So a vote for enacts substantial revisions to the tax and budget sections of Louisiana's Constitution, including decreasing the maximum income tax rate to 3.75, establishing an additional tax deduction for citizens over 65, that's a good thing, creating a new limit on government spending, which is always good, eliminating several state savings accounts and funding a permanent teacher pay raise, salary increase through payment of the state retirement debt. So what we're doing is we're going to prematurely pay off some of the teacher retirement debt and use that savings as a permanent pay raise for teachers, which I think is important. The amendment also provides optional local property tax exemptions for certain businesses' inventory while retaining the homestead exemption. So we want to be clear, we're not touching the homestead exemption in any way. We are, I believe, the only state in the country that taxes business inventory. So if there's a business in Harahan, a manufacturing business, or out in Elmwood, and they bring in inventory to sell, we tax that as inventory. I see one of our councilmen like shaking their head. It's crazy, and it's something that a long time coming, and kudos to Governor Landry for taking the lead on this. It's something that we've talked about for a long time. It's glad to see that's finally coming around. Also, the special assessment level, which prohibits increases in the assessed value of property owned by certain qualified property owners and exemptions for certain disabled veterans and religious organizations. So that's a very important amendment. A vote against simply retains the current Louisiana taxing and budgeting laws that we have now. Amendment number 3, this deals with juvenile crime. A vote for amendment number 3 allows the legislature to determine which felony crimes result in juveniles being tried as an adult. Obviously, that would be felony crimes like rape, murder, you know, the most heinous crimes out there, but it would give the legislature the ability to decide, I guess we'd have to pass it by statute, of what, you know, when to trial a juvenile as an adult for a heinous, violent felony crime. A vote against just retains the current system specified list of offenses that result in a juvenile being tried as an adult currently. Last one, amendment number 4. A vote for requires the earliest election date available to fill a judicial vacancy. A vote against maintains the current law, which provides for a special election to be called within 12 months. So currently, if there's a judicial vacancy, it takes 12 months, within that 12 months to fill that. We just want to say, look, the first available vacancy, let's fill it. Because obviously, with a judicial seat, we want to fill that spot, move the court docket along, and I guess they've, if I recall the testimony, there are times when, especially in these little local, rural, small parishes, populated parishes, if they wait 6 or 7 months to fill a judicial seat, could have a serious backlog of trials and, you know, just of the court's business, so it could have an adverse effect on people. So those are the 4 amendments, and I'd be happy to answer any questions if y'all had any. Yes.
I have a couple. I've seen some advertisements that indicated they were against the amendment, that indicated, I guess it was Amendment 2, would have not-for-profits, churches start paying
Right.
property taxes.
We're not, that's not true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something
And
that's,
the effect, there's some, I know, broad effects on individual income taxes. What's the main effects on individuals?
I mean, the main effect is we have 3 income tax brackets, and we're collapsing them down to 3%. So we're going to have one tax bracket, which puts us more competitive with other states around us. You know, we have Mississippi that's in session right now trying to eliminate their income tax. Arkansas is doing the same thing. Texas has no income tax. Tennessee has no income tax. I think the ultimate goal, we'd all love to eliminate the income tax, right? If we can do it, this is an important step in getting there. Eliminating the income tax is not something you can just do overnight, but getting us to a one bracket, 3%, kind of paves the way of getting there to that.
What about the effect, if any, of an individual's federal income taxes? I think that's deducted in effect from your Louisiana taxable income. Is there any change in that?
I don't believe so. I'm not a tax expert, but I don't believe so. But I can find that out for you. I'd hate to
No,
opine on that and not knowing
I appreciate it.
the facts.
Thank you. I appreciate the information.
You're welcome. If I may, I also want to mention, I've talked about the fortified roof program before here, and we just had another round of grants that went out. The state auditor just released an audit on the fortified roof program and found that it's doing very well. It's averaging 22% savings on your premium, those who get those roofs. So I would highly encourage everyone to apply for that. It's a lottery system, and every year we appropriate money to it. Commissioner of Insurance Tim Temple is working on a way to assess the industry of all things, which is good, for them to pay for the fortified roof program and to dedicate a certain amount of money so we have at least a steady stream. I am also going to file, I've already filed it, a tax credit for $10,000, which is the same amount as the grant program, to do a fortified roof. In other words, if you don't want to wait till the next time the lottery comes around, or maybe you don't get picked in the lottery, the grant in the lottery is $10,000. Most roofs for an average size home are probably coming out a little more than that. Maybe you come $2,000 or $3,000 out of pocket, but at 22% a year, every year you're saving, it'll save you a ton of money. So if you can front the money now, you can put the roof on now and take a $10,000 tax credit off of your tax liability. And if you don't have that much tax liability in 1 year, we're going to give you 3 years to roll that over. So let's say you have, $3,500 or $3,000 in state tax liability a year. You could roll that over for 3 years, and in 3 years, you'll get that tax.
That's effective
refund.
currently?
Well, no, I'm
Okay,
I'm
that's what you're
drafting the bill now, so, I think we got a very good shot of passing it. But look, if we're going to live in South Louisiana, the fortified roofs are the answer. We're never going to stop hurricanes. Insurance companies know that, we have a large coastline with a lot of risk, and fortified roofs are really the long-term solution for us having sustainable insurance down here and staying in our homes, so.
If you do file for the fortified roof and you don't get it, you need to file again each time.
Right.
Because you don't stay in the lottery. So automatically, you file for this time, if you don't get it, you need to refile next time to get back into the lottery.
Councilman
Right.
Chatelain, you do that online?
Yeah, you just go to the Department of Insurance website, and they have a whole portal for the fortified roof program, and, hopefully we'll get to everybody at some point. This is the long game, right? This is a marathon, but I think if we can do this tax credit too, if you can front the money, put the roof on now.
I applied twice already.
Right. It's we can't put everybody in there at the same time. We just don't have enough money to do it. And there's really not enough roofers. Like if we I think we've been doing 15 million a year. If we did 100 million a year, I don't think we'd put any more roofs on than maybe a little more than we're putting on now. But, roofers, but every month that goes by, there are more roofers that are certified to put on this roof. And then we need the surveyors, right? The inspectors that certify that roof is fortified and that was put on properly. We're getting more and more of those every year. So we're getting there, and it's really growing faster than we thought at this point. So that's all I got, unless anybody has any
Thank you, sir.
questions.
We appreciate you coming to see us.
Thank
I
you
do,
very
and
much.
I know we talked about our capital outlay request. Session's coming up April 14th, I believe. So we'll do our best, and the governor is very fond of Harahan and has a good relationship with the mayor and a lot of you councilmen. So we look forward to bringing home some good projects for Harahan and see what
And
we can do.
one of our number one projects that we want to do as a city is that we're trying to put an all-inclusive ADA play set in the
Right.
Park of Heroes. The ADA, the set we got now has kind of lived its life, and
Right.
we'd love to put an all-inclusive ADA set. We are working with Mark Raymond with his group called Split Second. And
Right.
I've got to do a tour in the city in a wheelchair, which was incredible to show me how un-ADA accessible my city was. And so now everything we do, we're making sure that it's all ADA accessible, and this would be a big component to that and be incredible.
Right. Well, thank you, Chief. I know you and I talked, and we're going to talk soon about some of the things you need, and we're going to do our best to get as much as we can. So,
Yeah.
but y'all made
Thank
my job and John Ilg's job a lot easier.
Yeah.
Very smooth. So
Thank you.
thank y'all.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your
Thank you.
time.
Senator, I want to ask you a question. We have $1.5 million that the mayor got for us for streets, and we talked about it was for concrete, and y'all was supposed to work on changing that to asphalt. Has that been done?
I don't know, but I'll check on that for you.
Okay.
That's a good question. I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I'll find that out for you and,
Okay.
and get with you on that.
All right.
And
Thank
we're
you.
also working with the treasurer's office. We have spoken with them about, is it a big deal to change it, to change that, to change it up like that? Because we can get more streets out of blacktop than we can
Right.
concrete. And the treasurer's office has been very liberal, Kristen Kincaid, and
Right.
they've been very liberal on the way we do things. So we've also
Yeah.
got some conversations started with them as well.
Yeah, I know you'll have a good relationship with Ms. Kincaid, with the
Yep.
Treasurer's Office, and,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'll find that out for you.
Please, because
Okay.
people are catching me. The other day, a guy caught me about Monroe, how bad it is, how
That's
it
the
reads
worst
all.
street in Harahan.
Yeah.
I know
Well,
exactly
right
where
now,
that
it is an FPNC. It is an FPNC, so, and it's set to go out to bid in, I think, 30 days to
Good.
start doing some of the streets.
Well, we got
so-
money dedicated,
We do, but
100,000.
but it's got a lot of bureaucracy wrapped around it.
It's
and
set
so
to
it
go
has
out for bid in 30 days?
Yeah, it's about 30 days.
As concrete?
No,
Or
blacktop.
Blacktop.
Gotcha. Okay.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kirk.
All right, Madam Clerk,
Okay.
back to new business number 2.
New business number 2, notice is hereby given pursuant to Article 7, Section 23C of the Louisiana Constitution and Revised Statute 47-1705B, that a public hearing of the City of Harahan Council will be held at its regular meeting place at the Harahan City Council Chambers located at 6437 Jefferson Highway, Harahan, Louisiana, on Thursday, June 26, 2025, at 6 p.m., to consider levying additional or increased millage rates without further voter approval, or adopting the adjusted millage rates after reassessment and rolling forward to rates not to exceed the prior year's maximum. The estimated amount of tax revenues to be collected in the next year from the increased millage is $2,388,153, and the amount of increase in taxes attributable to the millage increase is $94,398. So basically, this is just the millage roll forward that we were not able to do last year. We're going to have that public hearing at 6 prior to the regularly scheduled council meeting at 6:30. Y'all good on that? Everybody's good with that date and time?
I'm checking right now, but I'm fairly confident that I'm good.
Okay. I know I sent y'all an email prior to
Yeah.
putting it on here.
Yeah, I should be fine with that, Karen.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
And if anything needs to change, just let me know.
June 26th?
So we have a meeting that
Thursday,
night.
June 26th.
We already have a meeting scheduled for that night. We're just going to have the public hearing portion at 6 p.m. And that's just for the citizens to come and talk about it. Okay, good to move on?
Yep.
Mr. Buddy, you good? Can I move on? Okay.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. New business number 3, a letter from Judith Romaine on behalf of St. Rita requesting assistance in planning the annual May crowning procession. The procession is scheduled for Sunday, May 4th, 2025, after the 11:30 a.m. Mass. In the past, the city of Harahan has been most gracious to provide barricades and/or a police escort as we process around the block. I respectfully request the inclusion of this event on the city council agenda to obtain the necessary approvals. Thank you for your continued support of our parish.
I'm fine with it.
Oh, we're going to vote on it? All right, so
Just gotta make sure.
anybody want to discuss new business number 3? Public hearing is now open. No one coming forth. Public hearing is now closed. We have a motion by Councilman Chatelain, second by Councilman Riggs to approve new business number 3. All in favor?
Yay.
Yay.
4 yeas, 1 absent.
Okay, new business number 4, high-content ABO application for Crazy Johnny's located at 2317 Hickory Avenue, Suite B, for Floyd Michael Landry II.
Okay, we'll open for public hearing about new business number 4. No one coming forth. Council discussion on new business number 4.
It-
This is going to be Crazy Johnny's.
Chief, are we good with the paperwork, sir?
It meets the state requirement.
Right next to the camp.
That's an affirmative, I guess? That means we're good with it?
Yep.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Yay.
4 yeas, 1 absent. Madam Clerk, do you want to go back and vote on new business number 2? We didn't vote on it, but...
Yeah, we can, I mean, you can just to
Okay,
be.
so I'm sorry, we have to,
Sure.
we'll come back real quick, just to get a vote on new business number 2, on setting the early meeting, June 26, 2025. We'll open for public hearing. If anyone wants to discuss, no one coming forth, we'll close public hearing. All right, all in favor on the meeting and the amended to 6 o'clock on June 26. All in favor?
Yay.
Yep, 4 yeas, 1 absence, Madam Clerk. Thank you, sorry about that, guys.
No, good. Address the council.
Okay, if anyone would like to address the council, please state your name and address at podium.
Spike Kiddock, 43 Berkeley Avenue, represent Harahan Senior Center Incorporated. Mayor Bodier and the council members. Since our contract started on March the 1st, things have been going good. We are averaging anywhere from 20 to 50 seniors daily for activities in the center. We feed 15 to 35 daily. Today we fed 23. Even though they had the St. Joseph altars all week long. On our pre-food fund Friday, we feed anywhere from 100 to 120 people. This Wednesday, we're celebrating a birthday with a special 100-year-old birthday. Please feel free, all of y'all, anybody, to come and celebrate it with us. We provide exercise, card games, art classes, bingos, dominoes, pokino, gardening, shuffleboard, holiday parties, birthday parties, daily and monthly meals. We are in the progress of getting the nurses back, line dancing back, and a variety of other activities that the seniors have requested. We have several rentals lined up since we have taken it over, and also scheduling fundraiser activities to supplement the income for the center to pay the new expenses that we agreed to March the 1st. Thank you for the opportunity to keep the center open and have a place for them to socialize and to do activities. Here they are nourishing their bodies and soul. At this point in time, we are funding the center with our meals, our activities, and by donations to Adelaide's and the proceeds from the event rentals. Because of the inaccuracies being spread on social media, we felt it was necessary to print the truth. The highlight of the letter that I am giving you states the new 10-year agreement with the mayor as of 3/1/25. Yeah, give me one too.
Thank you, Spike. Thank you, Mark.
The atmosphere of the center is now peaceful, and the seniors are incredibly grateful. And it makes it all worthwhile. There's a lot of volunteers that work with us to make it good for all the seniors. They thank me daily. And the negativity has almost gone. People are finding out the Harahan Senior Center is open and thriving and not closed as listed on JCOA's website. They tell everybody it's closed, but it's not closed. On behalf of Harahan Senior Center Incorporated and all the seniors attending, I'd like to thank Mayor Bodier and the council for the trust you have placed in us. We will make the city of Harahan proud.
Quick question for you, Mr. Kiddock. The 100th birthday, can you give us the date? When is that again?
Sandy lined that up.
Okay.
They started a tea party.
Well, just let us know, because we'd like to, if you're going to have it at the center, we'd love to come by and, you know.
I'll call Sandy and
Everybody's invited. Actually, we have a 100-year-old, a 97-year-old, a 94-year-old, and their birthday's all in March. And so we do a birthday for every month. And so this month, we're doing a tea party. Sandy's doing a tea party.
It's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Now, anyway, I just wanted to let you know, we did reach out to JCOA and try to keep them there, because there are people having trouble getting to the Harahan Senior Center because the bus is not running for us. They'll come pick you up in Harahan and bring you to the Pink House, but they won't bring them to Harahan. And we've been feeding them every day because Second Harvest won't, JCOA's told them not to deal with the Harahan Senior Center. So we've been feeding them every day.
And we've already met with State Rep Big, Johnny O, and we're working on them things through
Right.
them. We're working on the process to see what's the deal, what's going on with it.
Okay.
But they have stepped up and provided meals every day for them. They haven't missed a meal.
And we feed anybody. Anybody that wants to come have a meal with us, cup of coffee. Sometimes we have donuts and pastries, sometimes we don't, but we always have coffee. Any questions?
Well, you talked about transportation. When I was on the Jefferson Parish Council, I gave a bus to the senior center in Harahan. I also gave them $20,000 to upgrade the bus, put a lift on the back for them to be able to pick up people with wheelchairs. I don't know what happened. When you wasn't in the mayor at the time, but the mayor before you gave the bus to the JCOA, and they moved the bus to Lafitte. We don't have a bus. The bus is gone. I don't know what happened to the bus.
I can get the bus is, I can get the bus. It's in, I mean, when
It's
I
probably
came
in-
it was
probably not in
really-
good shape. I
No,
mean,
it was in
that's-
terrible
that's
shape.
probably-
Nothing, it barely ran.
Yeah, but I mean, that's years
nothing.
ago, but I mean, we had given a bus to, and like I said, I gave $20,000 to repair the bus and to do what they had to do to get the bus in good shape and to get the lift and everything in it. I mean, that's probably, I've been out of Jefferson Parish for 5 years.
Maybe it's
so-
something we start working towards.
The problem we got right now, though, a CDL driver to drive that bus, insurance,
Boy.
it's going to add a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
expense.
it's gonna, no, I
that we
agree
need
with
to
you.
figure
Well,
out.
I agree.
I checked with DOTD, all right, because I dealt with them all before, and they have an 80/20
Right.
percent.
Right.
In other words, they pay 80, they buy the bus, you got to pay 20% on time.
Right.
I hadn't got the figures, but we don't need a bus, you know, one of those kind of buses. We could use like what Jefferson Parish uses right now. It's actually a van with a lift on it. A
I
lot
did
less.
notice Jefferson Parish just got a whole bunch of new ones.
Right.
Maybe we could reach out and see if they have something going off the auction. Maybe they could shuffle us to us.
Well, that's where I got it from. When I gave it to Harry, it was from the auction. We
Right, so I
took it
do
out.
notice, I did notice Jefferson Parish just got a lot of brand new.
They got all brand new, Sheriff's Department got, I think, 4 brand new ones.
Well, I'm talking about the Department of Transportation.
Oh, I was-
So I don't know, but I did see they just got a bunch of new buses there.
Well, the thing, what you just mentioned would be the hardship is that you would have to supply a bus, a driver, you'd have to pay the insurance, and you know, your CDL license to pay the person to drive, you'd have to pay for the insurance and the gas and everything. It's going to be a pretty good expense. That's the only problem.
well, we're just checking into
Yeah,
it.
we
We've been checking into everything.
How much use, how many hours a week, a month do you think?
Oh, they only use it, they drop them off at 9 o'clock, they pick them up at 12:30.
Mr. Buddy might have some free time come.
Well, the thing is that the parish has the bus system. I don't see why we can't, Mayor, I don't know why we can't negotiate with the parish, maybe to pick up the seniors in Harry and River Ridge and bring it in the morning, then they can get them in the afternoon like they do. They have a service that they pick seniors up, take to the doctors, take them, you know, the Elmwood Fitness Center, they have JCOA has that. They'll pick them up, they'll take them to the fitness center and stuff like that. But, I mean, JCOA just, they put on their website that the Harahan Senior Center is closed. It's
Oh,
not
good.
closed. It's open, it's thriving. These gentlemen, Richard and his group is doing a great job. The other day, they had over 40 people there. I mean, it's not every day they have 40 people. They have 30, 25. I mean, they'll have as many as 130 people for lunch on a Friday. I mean, they have a lot of activity over there, Richard. I want to thank you and your group for doing the job y'all do. I mean, I know y'all working hard over
Well,
there.
most of y'all have been there, I think all of you have been there while it's going on. Ed's been there a bunch of times, helped out. But we're just trying to keep it open and do what we have to do.
Well, I'd rather y'all keep it than JCOA get it back.
Well, we do appreciate very much what you and the group are doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And next Friday, we have our Free Food Fund Friday, and if any one of y'all would like to come, just let me know. We'll put you on the list. And if you can make it. Thank you. Any other questions?
I'll be there.
Got it. No, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to address the council? You want to come up and address the council? Yeah, good? Okay, all right, well, thank you. All right, no one else wants to address the council. Madam Clerk, we'll close the address to council.
Okay, Secretary's report. Secretary's report for February 2025, total revenues $675,047.47. Reports.
Chief?
All right. First of all, I'll start off saying that the Harahan Police Department is recruiting. We're looking for applicants. We're looking for policemen. You don't really need experience. We'll put you through the academy. So if anybody's interested in getting into a career of law enforcement, the Harahan Police Department has several openings. So come by and visit. Last month, for the month of February, we had 680 calls for service. We had 13 accidents in the city. 113 citations were issued. We had 11 business patrol requests. We had 85 residential patrol requests served. Business checks throughout the whole month is 837. And a business check is officers will go by that business, check on it at night. They go around, check the business, make sure it's secured. We had 264 traffic enforcements. Medical calls, we had 64 medical calls. We've added a couple of new items onto our report. Security alarms that went off, we had 22 calls for residential and business alarms that went off. With our flock camera system that we have throughout the city now, we had 5 stolen license plates hit on those cameras, and we had 14 stolen vehicles coming through the city of Harahan that were stolen. Arrests, we had 74 total arrests. We had 10 felonies, 49 misdemeanors, and 15 city arrests. Out of those arrests, 35 of those were fugitive attachment arrests. We had 16 traffic arrests. We had 8 narcotic and 15 others. For personal and property crimes, we had 1 rape. We had 9 assaults. We had 5 thefts. We had 1 attempted theft, 1 identity theft, and 1 online impersonation theft, and trying to impersonate a business or an officer that turned out not to be true. Just be aware there's a lot of scams going on the internet right now. There's one that's a toll people are getting. It's saying that you have an outstanding toll that hasn't been paid. That is a scam. Just delete it. Don't even click on it. It's a scam. I've gotten it a couple times. We're looking into it, but if you receive a call and it's suspicious in nature, just hang up and call us. We'll come out and we'll take a report and document it. But just want everybody to be safe. We're still in school. Traffic zones are still up and running. So let's just be cautious, and be aware of the school zones. And we are enforcing the traffic. So please slow down and stay safe.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Chief, I want to ask a question too. I know you said we had 14 stolen cars came through the flock camera. That doesn't mean we caught all 14.
Correct.
That just alerted
Right.
you. You alert, pay
Right.
attention, see if we could get. Okay.
Right.
That's what I thought.
By the
I was
time
I was hoping it was the
yeah.
other way, but I
Now,
just
we have
wanted-
had several of them recovered and made arrest on, but just in February, we didn't have any.
I like that. That's new to your report, but I
Yeah,
do
it's a
like
new
that. yes.
report. It's with the flock camera, and I would like, Senator Talbert left before I had a chance. These flock cameras, Senator Talbert helped us finance these and get the cameras, and so did Councilman Dino Banana help get this. There's probably over 900 of these cameras throughout all of Jefferson Parish, including Gretna, Westwego, Lafitte, Kenner. So it's a great tool for law enforcement.
And we're going to try to get more.
I would love to have more in the city, but right now we have a total of 5 of them.
Do
in the
y'all work
city.
together with the other entities, or do you just see ours?
No, we work nationwide, actually.
Oh, wow.
With the cameras. So any department throughout the whole United States that has the flock system, they can see our cameras and we can see their cameras. And, even out to LA, up to New York, wherever these cameras are, we can see them. A lot of HOAs, a lot of homeowners associations and all, they're buying them for their neighborhoods, and they're giving access to the police department. If the citizens or anybody would like to purchase one for the city, we would love to sit down and talk to you about it. But it's a great tool for law enforcement. So,
There is a yearly fee. Like, it's not
Correct.
like we could just buy the cameras and stick them up. There's a yearly fee per camera. So when we go budget, we can't just take one-time money to buy a camera, then we got to find the money to
Correct.
find a yearly subscription. That's why
Right.
we can't just go buy 20 cameras with a certain amount of money that we have at one time.
Right.
But we are looking into it. Like you said, we're going to talk to homeowners associations, you know, a few businesses and stuff, and see, hey, guys, do y'all want to commit to buy the camera and commit to pay the
Right.
fee every year? And we do have a few businesses that are willing to work with us on
Right.
that.
And again, the app, the Harahan Police Department app, please download it. You can register if you have cameras on your home or business. We don't want to monitor your camera. We just want to know that you have it. That way, if something happens in your neighborhood, we can have you check your cameras and try to help us piece together a route or who may have been the perpetrator. But everything's going good. The city's safe, and it's safe as it's always been.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Chief. All right, Councilman Asbill's absent. Councilman Bodie?
No report.
Councilman Chatterling?
All right, I know I got somewhere I want to go, so I want to make it short, but I do have a few things to say. I need help with the citizens of Harahan at the park. We have this new beautiful memorial at the park. It drives me nuts to drive past and see kids playing in the fountain. It's not the 8 and 6-year-olds' fault they're playing in the fountain, it's the parents' fault. If the parents are gonna let the kids swim in the fountain, and when you stop and you tell the kids to get out the fountain, the parents are gonna get upset with you. There's chlorine in it, it's dangerous, it's not designed for kids to play in. When the parents tell you, oh, I didn't even know they were in the fountain, that means you're neglecting your child. Don't bring them to the park, stay home with them. It's just, and I know I'm gonna make people upset, but it just drives me nuts. I mean, we didn't spend this money, we didn't do this, we're not honoring these people to have kids go there and play in this park.
The fountain.
The fountain. I want kids at the park. I don't want kids in the fountain. It's just disrespectful to the people. It's disrespectful to the people who built it, the people who served this country. And the parents, I'm more mad at the parents because the way they react when you're trying to tell them their kids need to get out the fountain. I mean, if I got a 14-year-old kid there in the fountain that's out riding his bike and in the fountain by himself, I'm upset with the 14-year-old. I mean, the parents should have raised them better. But when I got an 8 and 6-year-old playing in the fountain and the parents there, I'm not mad at them kids at all. They think that blew by you. You know, I mean, it puts me over the top, and I just cannot believe parents allow it. And I know I'm in trouble for saying what I'm saying, but that's how I feel. I do know we have.
Eric, before you move on for that, I'm glad you mentioned that because we've received several calls. The walking path is a walking path. It's not for skateboarding. It's not for riding bikes on. Somebody's going to get hurt. So I think we've got signs coming that's going to be posted.
Yes, sir.
We are going to start enforcing that as soon as those signs are up. It's a walking path. Some of these people are elderly that are out there trying to enjoy a walk. We don't need the skateboarders and people on bicycles flying past people. The bikes and skateboards are not authorized to be on that walking path.
And we have so many more people out there. I mean, I'm going to go even further than that, and I got to get with the city attorney because I'm trying to put some ordinances in place. I mean, I want to put an ordinance in place. If you caught playing in the fountain, it's a $500 fine. If you're under 17, it's your parents' fine.
Well, Eric, along those lines, and with the chief saying, do we have an ordinance in place to keep the skateboarders and
We're working on
bicycles?
that.
Great.
That's all coming.
Thank you.
We're going to do that. We're getting signs. Also, we have more and more people at the park enjoying this thing, and everyone talks about how beautiful it is. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It's definitely one of the nicest projects I've ever seen in Harahan, and I'll put it up there with some of the top projects I've seen in Jefferson Parish. It's so bad, and the people enjoying it. You have people coming out there, semi-adults, you know, playing music, and it's vulgar music, and you could go ask the people, say, guys, can you turn off the, well, there's no sign that says we can't. I mean, I don't need a sign to tell you you can't play vulgar music. I mean, it's disrespectful. So, I mean, we had to put a sign up to tell everyone what to do? I mean, my parents raised me better than that. I mean, I don't need somebody to tell me not to play vulgar music around some kids. It's just disrespectful. I mean, I'd appreciate it if people would respect the place, the people, everybody around them. It's just, it's a shame that I even have to have this conversation. We have the USA Bowling Conference is here in Harahan this weekend. Colonial Lanes, two-lane college bowling conference is here in Harahan. We also, as we speak, we have the Harahan Hawks soccer team, not sure the age, maybe 12-year-olds maybe. They're playing for the JPRD championship tonight as we speak. I'm proud of them. I love the park, the people
That's where
there.
Councilman Asbiel is, by the way. He actually is
No,
one of
he's
the
actually not.
Oh, he's not? Okay, I thought he
He does coach
okay,
that team.
He's in
but
LA. That's
he's out of
away.
town.
He's
Because I
away.
did call him. I said, "Are you really at that soccer game?"
Oh, he's out
He
away.
said, "No, I'm on a plane."
Yeah.
But he does coach that team, and I'm very proud of him. We have a lot going on at the playground. If you haven't passed the playground lately, go past the playground. We were without a playground for 3 years. And it hurt. I mean, right now, I mean, we have kids coming back. I mean, it's exciting. The gym's finished. All the fields look great. We have Dominican playing out there. We have De La Salle playing, John Curtis. You have all these high schools coming. St. Aug was there the other night. I think rec baseball is getting ready to start as well. Nola Gold has a clinics out there for the rugby for the kids. We have Xavier, this is new, but we have Xavier coming to play softball games there next month or this month?
Next one.
Next month, Xavier is going to have 3 of their softball games there. We're excited. We're trying it. It's new. Maybe it could bring something new, some life to the playground. But I was there last week. It was packed. I mean, it was great. Parking, I mean, I rode my bike, but it's hard. Just respect the neighbors. If you got to park in front of someone's house, try to respect the neighbors. Try to leave it clear. Make sure the fire trucks can pass. I mean, we do have 2 serious curves by the playground. On Generis, they have a serious curve, which has no parking signs. If you park there, you will get a ticket. The problem is, and I mean, we're not trying to be hard, but the fire trucks need to get through if they have to get through. On Colonial, they have a S curve, and there's a couple no parking signs there. If you park there, you will get a ticket. So we're excited. Sorry I talked too long, but thank y'all. Appreciate y'all coming.
Councilman Johnston?
Oh, okay. I was asked to announce this tonight. Faith Lutheran School has an open house this week, pre-K all the way to 8th grade, not this week, on Tuesday, April the 8th, from 5 to 7, 300 block of Colonial Club Drive. Mayor, just a couple of things. We had a meeting Tuesday night at the playground, Royland,
Yes,
for the
sir.
comprehensive study with Steve Villabasso. I was there, and Darlene Manson was there. Nobody else showed up. It wasn't advertised very well. Now, we have people on the Planning and Zoning Board. They should be there. It's a study they're doing to redo the city on different things. They want to look at what we're going to do with the city. And these guys on the Planning and Zoning Board, and they should be there to see what their plan is and what they want to do. Only Darlene Manson's the only one that showed up in the Planning and Zoning Board. I asked Steve, he said he told them all about the meeting. So nobody showed up. I just want to mention that. We got to do better advertisement. We got to put it on the website. It was on the calendar, but we got to have some kind of way to figure out how to put it on,
Yeah, we need to throw
on
it
the
onto the,
website or something.
And
Social media,
he announced it
Facebook,
while he was
too,
here
as
at the
well.
last council meeting.
Yeah, we did put it on social media. We had it on social media.
Okay, yeah, we
Yeah,
just
we
need to
just
pop
got to
a
put it
little more. I
on,
mean,
get a little better
everywhere possible.
advertising. If you got to put it in the paper like we do in the newspaper or something, let people know, because I
Maybe
mean,
some street signs.
I was just, like I said, it was just me, Steve, and the young man that was with him, and Darlene, and that was it. You know,
Yeah.
That's really,
The next meeting is, do you know when the next meeting is offhand?
he's got one coming up, but
Because there's 2 more.
he got 2 more,
I
yeah.
think we need to have 3 more, and just act like this wouldn't happen if we had no turnout.
Just, yeah, nothing. It really was a shame, it really was. And again, I want to thank Richard Kidott and his group for what they do at the senior center. It's a shame how much the JCOA has fought the city on the activities at the playground. It really is. And for them to outright do the things they've done to our center and try to sabotage the center. The gentleman in charge of, I don't want to mention his name, I don't want to cause any problems.
Yeah, I don't think it's the whole JCOA. I mean, I believe it's one
No,
person.
it's not. It's one gentleman, and I'm not going to mention his name. But it's a shame
As Bill
that this
would.
guy has a bad vibes. I mean, It's just a shame. But again, I thank y'all for what y'all do for the city. And I don't think I have anything else, Mayor. God bless y'all and have a good evening.
Councilman Ricks.
So I have some things that have been brought to light in the last 30 days. Speaking of gym sets, the gym set that sits in the middle of the park, the new Memorial Park, people are asking me if we're replacing that. Are we replacing that one?
We are.
Do we have a timeline?
We're hoping by the end of this year, if we're really lucky. That's where we're going to put, because that will come up completely. We're going to actually put like a little, maybe some kind of little stage there or something. And then if you look at the back elbow of the Memorial Park that runs around the back, the ADA play set will go right there.
Okay. So end of year possibly?
Hopefully end of the year. Yes, sir.
Okay.
The ADA place set would go where?
And kind of like, if you saw the walking track and it looped up like that, in the back corner, you want what's the little field called?
Furthest from the parking lot?
Yes.
Straight back from the
Straight
park.
back.
Yeah, so all the way to the back. Yeah, right by
When
Fletcher
you pull
Field.
up to the gym, all the way to the left.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We just got to keep it clear of Fletcher Field.
Right.
We still have that T-ball, small kids
Yeah.
field.
And then I've gotten so many emails and calls about the Purple Martin lawsuit or suit. That's out of our hands, correct?
We'll discuss, it's kind of still an ongoing case, so we'll discuss it, but
Okay, well, I just want to mention that, I can't answer 225 emails on this subject, so I'd like to address it at the next meeting and let people know where it stands, because,
that's a legal question, so we'll just get with
We
the,
have a special counsel for that.
yeah, we have, yeah.
yeah, well, I think we need to address it as a whole, because
Could he be here and we could go into special session possibly, the next meeting?
I think that we,
He wanted to be, they wanted to be here tonight, but it was,
Well, I think if we address it with the attorney, we should do it in special session, and then we can figure out there what's appropriate,
Madam
because
Clerk,
it's a
call
legal
for
matter,
special
and you
session
don't
on next
want
we'll have it
to,
down.
you don't want to do that in
I'm
public.
not going to discuss it with the public because it's a legal matter. I mean, if special counsel wants to come out here and give an update, I'd recommend
No,
they give the
we'll
update
do,
instead of us give the update.
We'll go to legal, we'll go to.
Well, we can, but
Yeah.
if they want to update the citizens. I'm not doing it.
and-
Well, I think the only update we can give the citizens is trial dates. And if the attorney has any confidence in a potential settlement, I don't even know if they're still discussing settlements. I know there were some attempts at it.
Yeah.
But I don't think past that, we can get involved in litigation.
Correct.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering that. And then thirdly, I would like to say this at this meeting and to everybody in the city, if you're tuning in or watching, this is a very small community. And I've said it time and time again, it is a very neighborly community. We've had our, friends and foes and, especially things like this, but, when you have a problem with a neighbor, we try to step in to resolve those things and have the neighbors resolve it amongst themselves. And we try not to let things get into a legal battle or a physical battle. But, I would just say to everybody that, to be a neighbor is to be a good person, to talk to people with some respect and not disrespect people. But also, if somebody has a problem, to try and work it out amongst yourselves and try and be neighborly and resolve that problem before it gets out of hand. I've had an instance in the last few weeks that I've been dealing with. At times, it's been almost impossible. I had to ask the chief to step in. I think I've addressed some of you guys with this, but, I would just ask everybody to be kind. It's, life is hard enough without a bunch of you-know-what, but, just be kind to your neighbors, listen to what their concerns are, address them, do what you can, and, go on. But that's it. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just be real quick. We're very proud of the Park of Heroes and honoring our fallen. military. It's really phenomenal. If you have a chance to go out and go see it, it's very educational. We truly love it. It is a shining star in Harahan's present and future. It's awesome. And we're setting ribbon cutting up shortly to get it. And then today, we actually had our second visit from World War II Museum, which was very special. And it was exciting that people that higher up with that kind of integrity and belief in what they do have come down to visit what we do here in Harahan, and it's kind of cool. And that's all I have. You guys are like, just be careful, love your neighbor, and don't speed in the streets, and, don't go speeding through school zones especially. So-
Mayor, the ribbon cutting is April 25th,
April
if I
25th, yes,
recall?
sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Pay bills. Bills paid in February 2025. Total expenditures, $538,939.21. No executive session. Adjourn.
All right. We have a motion by Councilman Chatterling to adjourn. We have a second by Councilman Buddy. All in favor?
Yay.
4 yeas, 1 nay. We are adjourned.